and gentlemen, the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta welcomes you to the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center and our 2012 community event featuring Seth Meyers and honoring Steve Seelig. And now, please welcome to the stage Miss Andra London.
Come on, everyone, put your hands together. Halavai, our pain will ease and be healed by compassion. Halavai, that heaven's gates will open once again. Halavai, there won't be fear of war and hate between us. Halavai, we'll never lose our hope and wish for life. Halavai, shalom yichab ve'ishach yohav. Halavai, ve'yitpachu shuv shalei gan eden. Halavai, ve'yitmasku mizrach u'ma'arav. Halavai, halavai, u'nechadesh yameinu kan kekedem. Halavai, velo yisa'ot goy el goy chereb. Halavai, velo nintosh et derech hatikva. Halavai, v'ha'adam yiyeh rav kuma derech. Halavai, sheyesh sikuy echad le'ahava. Halavai, shalom yichab ve'ish achiv yohav. Halavai, ve'yitpachu shuv shalei gan eden. Halavai, ve'yitmasku mizrach u'ma'arav. Halavai, halavai, u'nechadesh yameinu kan kekedem. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Halavai, we honor and protect this cherished land. Halavai, for by her side we will forever stand. Halavai, we'll never lose our hold of faith and hope. Halavai, halavai, today we'll live the dreams of long ago. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta's community event honoring Steve Seelig. I can't see anyone in the audience right now, but I think Steve is somewhere right over here. I met Steve and Linda just over 7 years ago when I was a sophomore at Emory University, and I won the first Hillel Campus Superstar event, chaired by Linda. And it really was such an honor to be able to win that because I had the opportunity to get to know Steve and Linda, and over the past 7 years, they've become not only two of my biggest fans, but two of my greatest role models when it comes to family, when it comes to Jewish community, when it comes to philanthropy. So Steve, it's really a privilege for me to be able to sing for you tonight. And I know I probably speak on behalf of everyone in this room when I say, to steal a line from Wicked, that you've left an indelible handprint on my heart. So sit back, relax, enjoy tonight as we honor you and say thank you. your selflessness, my admiration, for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it. Na 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 You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration, for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it. Na 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 na. Generosity, your love and honesty that you gave me. I want to thank you, show my gratitude, my love, and my respect for you. I want to thank you. Oh, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank you.
Thank you for being the best grandfather any one of us could ask for.
We are blessed to share so many wonderful memories with you.
We will always be there for you like you're there for us.
We love you, Papa.
Another big round of applause. And now we'd like to welcome Robert Arrighetti to the stage.
Good evening and welcome to the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta's annual community event. On behalf of everyone who has worked tirelessly for this event, we're so excited to bring this event back to Atlanta. It's been way too long. I'm Robert Arrighetti. I have the great honor and privilege of being the chair of the Jewish Federation Board of Trustees. And it's thrilling, if I could see you, to see so many people from our community under one roof, supporting Jewish Atlanta. And thank you. Because of you and because of your support, our community campaign has already raised $9.4 million. And we're not yet finished. I'd like to thank our fantastic chairs for this event and for their work in making tonight possible. Debbie and David Dermer, Lila and Doug Hertz, Edie and Steve Coonan, and Amy and Brian Lewis. I'd also like to thank the host committee for getting the word out, for spreading the news, and getting so many of you here tonight. And also thank you to all the co-chairs of our receptions this evening. It was a great success, and it was wonderful to see so many people here tonight. A special thanks and recognition to the grandchildren of Steve Seelig for helping us honor him as our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. And a shout out to our volunteers from Yeshiva Atlanta and the Weber School for helping us hand out programs this evening. I'm going to break for a minute and ask for all those students from Hillel of Georgia, from Athens, from Emory, from Georgia Tech, and all the other campuses who are here tonight, please stand up and let us recognize you. If we haven't told you before, you are the future of our community. We're happy you're here, but we're counting on you. I'd like to also give special recognition to Jerry Silverman, President and CEO of the Jewish Federations of North America, who for the second time this year has postponed his vacation just to be with us. Thank you, Jerry, for being here this evening. Your support and your partnership to our Atlanta community is invaluable. And I also want to thank all of the Federation professionals. So many of you were here tonight working behind the scenes, helping this event, helping our co-hosts, helping our guests to have a wonderful evening. Now, as final note, I would like to introduce to you Michael Horowitz. Michael is our new CEO. He's been on this job for just about 36 days. He joins us from Detroit, and we know that his leadership will help Atlanta move to great levels of philanthropic growth. Michael, we welcome you to Atlanta.
Thank you, Robert. Whew, okay. I can't even begin to tell you how exciting it is to see, well, at least feel 1,200 Jewish Atlantans staring right back at me as I'm about to talk to you tonight. It is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I've had an opportunity to meet a whole lot of you, but I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you, and I hope that at some time in the future that opportunity will present itself. I'm also looking forward to engaging, educating, and exciting more and more people in Atlanta about the work we do at Federation, the people we help, and the power of working together as a strong, caring, united community. Your presence here tonight is electrifying, and it continues to fuel the momentum that's building to collectively meet more and more of the needs of the Jewish people and to continue to educate and engage our children, our young adults, and any member of our community that's looking for a way to connect with the Jewish communal family. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Thank you all for all that you do. Tonight I'd like to tell you a story about a tree. It was a beautiful spring day in 1996. I was standing with a small group on the site of one of the former crematoriums at the concentration camp at Theresienstadt. We conducted a memorial service at the site. Zachor, we remembered. We stood next to a tree that had originally been planted in the spring of 1943 on Tu B'Shvat, the holiday of trees, by a group of young children and their teacher in the courtyard of their barracks where they were being held by their Nazi predators. Though given meager daily rations, the teacher had asked each child to share just a small portion of their daily water to help the tree grow to help the tree flourish. In 1945, after the liberation of Terezin, the surviving children transplanted the tree to the site where we were standing, the site where so many of their friends and others had perished, had been cremated. Next to the tree, they scribbled a sign, and the sign read, "As the branches of this tree, so the branches of our people." And I began to understand. 50 years later, the branches of that tree were protecting us with shade, the trunk was strong, and the roots were deep. The roots. They were the connection to those children and the connection to our long, rich, and painful history. While they were the connection to all of those children who perished, they were also the connection to those young children in the camp who had the foresight to plant that tree and share their precious water, as they saw even then that there was hope for the future. They planted that tree so that all of us who visited 50 years later, 100 years later, or beyond would have an understanding of our responsibility to a rich but challenged past and to the potential of the future. Our community is very much like that tree. As people, we have a very deep and very long roots that provide us nourishment, if only we give them some water. As a community, we have a multitude of beautiful and incredible branches. Some of those branches are our temples and synagogues. Some of them address the needs of our elderly. Many address the needs of our most vulnerable and provide health care, job placement, counseling, and numerous other social services. Some branches help to educate our children, and others to give our children a Jewish camping experience or affiliation with a Jewish youth group in either high school or college. And we have a very strong and special branch that reaches very, very far to connect us to the land of Israel, its people, and to all of the Jewish people throughout the world. For we understand that Israel is the heart of who we are as a people, and that we are strong when we are one, strong when we are connected. But that mighty trunk that holds up those branches, and the trunk that connects us as a community to those deep roots, is our federation. Because no other single institution or agency has as its mandate the obligation to address the needs of, connect to, be a safety net for, and assure the future of the entire Jewish people wherever there is a need. And while we can't meet all of those obligations all of the time, we always take seriously our mission to try. Our federation provides annual funding to 17 affiliates and supports a total of over 60 partner organizations, as well as supporting the work of its primary overseas partners, JAFE, the Jewish Agency for Israel, and JDC, the American Joint Distribution Committee. Federation is the organization that always finds a way to provide emergency funding, whether that funding is needed to support Israel in time of need, the elderly and the FSU still struggling to get adequate daily food and medicine, or more recently, to address the emergency needs of so many in our own community devastated by the harsh economic realities which are causing increases in lost jobs, lost health care, pending home foreclosures, or the severe psychological impact these events are having on so many. Without the strength of a strong and united Jewish community, those beautiful branches will eventually have nothing to hold them up and will lose their connection to the roots that provide them nourishment. But our community tree needs that precious water, which is why we're always asking for those of you who can to please turn on the sprinkler. Atlanta is a great Jewish community. There are so many who care, yet there are literally thousands more just waiting for one of us to reach out to them and to ask them to be part of this extraordinary endeavor. Federation will always understand its obligation to the past, its responsibility to the present, and mission to build a bright Jewish future. When I was standing under that tree at Teresian, I wondered, how could I fulfill my responsibilities? And how could I give my children and all of our children the strength and resources to fulfill their responsibilities? Now, 15 years later, I can't give you a single answer to that self-imposed question. But I pledged to myself then, and I pledge to you now, I will never stop trying. But I can't do it alone. I need each and every one of you. For 105 years, the mission of Federation in Atlanta has been focused on helping Jews in need and to provide them for a bright Jewish future. That is our constant. In the following video from 2003-2004, Steve Seelig, tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award winner, was the national campaign chair for the Federation System of North America when he delivered the message that reinforced that constant and lasting obligation. I want to personally extend a hearty mazel tov and a yasher koach to Steve for all of his efforts on our behalf. Thank you again for all your support, and thank you for allowing Barbara and I the opportunity to become a part of this great Atlanta Jewish community.
We're all reaching for the same tomorrow, finding our way back home, helping those to end their sorrow when they can't do it on their own. We're all seeking love to heal us, trying to see the light, and with you standing by my side, I know we can set things right. So let's walk this world together, giving hope where there is none. When we walk arm in arm, we grow stronger one by one. We are traveling to a better place where no one is left behind. Let's walk this world together, and what a wonderful world we'll find. A welcome smile, an open door. We'll build a bridge where there was none before, and with our hearts we'll lead the way. We'll pave a path we all can take. Just watch the world that we'll create. So let's walk this world together, giving hope where there is none. When we walk arm in arm, we grow stronger one by one. We are traveling to a better place where no one is left behind. Let's walk this world together. I know we can make it better, and what a wonderful
I've had more exciting introductions. Thank you very much. I think the last time there were so many Jews in one place, they were either waiting for Moses to come down from the mountain or possibly trying to figure out how to split the Red Sea. Well, we have somebody here tonight who probably can do it, and we're going to talk a little bit about him. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Levin, for those who don't know. I used to live here. I still live here. I actually don't know where I live. At any rate, 15 years ago, the Federation here in Atlanta created an award. Actually, it was created by tonight's honoree. This is the first time in Jewish history that the creator of the award actually is getting it. And although some may think that's very strange, all should know by the time he gets it tonight why he deserves it. So Steve Seelig asked me if I would introduce him tonight as the awardee. Steve has asked me 3 things prior to that in the 25-odd years I've known him. First, when he was president of the Federation, he asked me for money. As a result, I'm 74 and still working. Secondly, he asked me to take the job as president of the Standard Club. He said he was too busy. I took the job, nearly committed suicide. His third request came a few years later when we were in Las Vegas, of all places, for one of my many friends' birthday celebrations. And standing next to him at the dice table at about 1 o'clock in the morning, he tapped me on the shoulder and he said very casually, "Would you mind getting me a wake-up call in the morning?" And I looked at him and I said, "What time?" I guess he knew I was in the business. So tonight, he asked me for the easy one, to accept the task. After all, it doesn't cost me anything. I can't be the country club president anymore, and I don't do wake-up calls. However, Steve did the same thing for me a few years ago when I was honored at the American Jewish Committee, and I thought I would try to get even tonight. A few years ago, he gave me the award and defined our differences with humor and with accuracy. He raised the bar of award intros with a short, superb comparison of what was different about the two of us and what was similar. But the underlying real importance was what in fact was similar about us. I won't repeat those tonight because first of all, he used all the good lines. And secondly, it wouldn't do justice to the man we all know for what he deserves, for those he has touched, and to what he has contributed to so many so far. What makes this task difficult is the challenge of hitting the high points that separate Steve Seelig from the typical and more mundane awardees, because he is neither typical nor is he mundane. What makes it more difficult is that there isn't enough time tonight to list all that he has done, or he is doing, or what in fact he will do. Boring would be the common, though not trivial, mentions of family, spouse, children, grandchildren, etc. Less interesting would be the bulging lists of professional, political, business, charitable, and Jewish world achievements. Expected here would be a brief review of all the presidencies, all the chairmanships, the White House work for the United States. But if all of you are here tonight, you either know all that or you're probably tired of hearing the list. So after 6 weeks of immense pressure, from all his friends, especially his sister, a phone call from him today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon,